Hello everyone, welcome to episode whatever this is of Talk Wrestling in High Definition. I think we're at 14 million now, but I kind of lost count. Maybe it's only 10, I don't know. Thank you all for watching again, as always. I want to talk about something that's kind of been floating through the rumor mill the last few weeks, and that is possible title unification coming up at WrestleMania, which will be in Atlanta, Georgia next year. The rumor that I'm hearing, and again, this is strictly rumor, but I feel like talking about it, is they're going to unify the World Championships, the WWE Championship and the World Heavyweight Championship at WrestleMania. And people have asked me, who do I see in that match? Honestly, if it's not John Cena as the WWE Champion versus Undertaker as the World Heavyweight Champion in that match, I don't see it succeeding. You got the two top guys on each show. Undertaker and John Cena. Those guys should be at the top of the marquee. They've never faced off at WrestleMania. That should be the money match at WrestleMania. If it's going to be for the belt, so much the better. It still should happen at WrestleMania. I think that's just a natural lead-in. It's a natural progression of the story that those two have never met at WrestleMania, and Undertaker dominated their feud in 2003, but you know what? John Cena's grown by leaps and bounds since then, so a money match at WrestleMania between the two is just that, money, and if it's for the unification of the championships, so much the better. I like that they unified the Divas Championships already, the Women's and the Divas Championships. They're going to do that Night of Champions. I like that they've unified the tag titles. The belts are stupid. The belts are just hideous. But I like that there's one tag team champions, one tag team that are the champions. I like them traveling on both shows. That's really cool. As far as the IC in the U.S., I don't know if I agree with those two unifying, only because, in my opinion, they should do what like the NWA used to do back in the day. If they're going to have two distinct brands still, they need to have a guy on each brand that is the top guy. What I mean is, the WWE champion will travel to both shows if it's a unified champion, but they need to have a guy on Raw and a guy on SmackDown that people can challenge for and be like the top guy, and then when the champion comes to town, that guy challenges the champion. In the NWA system, they still do that to this day. They have different little territories around the country, and each company has their own distinct heavyweight champion. But when Adam Pearce shows up, the world champion defends against the number one guy, the number one contender in that territory. WWE should do the same thing. Yes, there's only 2 WWE shows, but you know what? I think having an Intercontinental and a U.S. champion for the guys to challenge for while the world champions evolved in another storyline, I think that's just the way to go. The tag titles would be good if the tag champions would actually do something. The Hart Dynasty hasn't done spit. They had that brief little feud with the Usos, and they haven't really been a major factor on the shows. They've been part of Bret's story, and it's like, they're so much better than that. Uncle Bret, needs to just let them do their own thing. The WWE needs to move them away from Uncle Bret and just let them, wrestle and get these tag teams together. You got the Dude Busters, you've got, Santino and Vladimir, they're a comedy, but they can still challenge for the tag titles. You've got Vance and Hawkins. You've got tag teams in the making there, and you've got tag teams in Florida that can be brought up that can challenge for the unified tag titles. You've got the Divas division, the women's division, whatever you want to call it. I said this before, the women's division on both TNA and WWE is a joke, but if you've got the broads there, let them wrestle. And the belt design for the Divas division, good grief, that butterfly hideous thing, I hope that's gone. The women's championship is plain enough looking, and it serves its purpose. That Divas title, I told Aaron in the car this on the way here today, I seriously want to buy that off somebody for the lowest price I can, at WWE for the lowest price, and auction it off to the stupidest higher bidder. Just something you go, I have an official WWE belt, it's really authentic. It looks stupid. God, I take a picture of the moron next to the belt just to show how much of an idiot they are. I hate that belt. I despise it. Anyway, again, I'm rambling as I always do toward the end of the show. Unify the belt is fine. Don't unify the IC in US, because that's just bad business. But unify the world titles, unify the tag titles already good, unify the Divas titles already. And again, let me hear your feedback. What do you think of championship unification in WWE? We'll see you next time.